What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. I hope you're all having a very good day today. I can see there's plenty of you here already. We got Dog School, The Senate, and I Am True Skills. Thank you all so much for being here. I do greatly appreciate that. What we're going to do today is we're going to go over some of the comic books, that if you want to get added to your pull list, you need to go into your local comic book shop and let them know so they can get it added on. Like, see, for instance, my local comic book shop, when I want to get a comic book, if I have it on my pull list, I get 20% off, 20% off all books. So basically, after every 5 books, you get a comic book for free. Yeah, same kind of thing. So I like to try, since I've started looking at these previews, I like to try to get in there and make sure that I have them on my pull list, so I can get that 20% off. And basically, to get that, you have to have it on there, when they place the order, so they know to make up for that, because they kind of base ordering and stuff off of some of those kinds of things. Yeah. Anyway, it's a whole process. We'll put it that way. It's a process that they do there. And today, like I said, we're gonna go over some of the comic book previews. And before I get into that, guys, I just want to let you all know that. You should definitely make sure that you check out, there are some links down in the description where you can go and become a Patreon supporter, or you can even just send direct donations via Streamlabs on there, or, there should be the super chat should be open as well, and that actually just kind of reminds me of something that I need to go in here and change if I can. Let me see if I can change this here on this stream here. Okay, there we go. Okay, because basically what I'm doing here is I'm turning the monetization off on the video for now, because if you're, oh dang it, I messed that up. I'm turning it off because if you guys are watching this live, these, all these live streams are being brought to you by my Patreon supporters down there in the description where you can see that. So basically, if you catch the show live, you don't have to watch it with commercials or anything like that. But if you're watching it on the replay, well, then we're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to watch some ads on the replay. Ooh, that's something cool. I didn't notice that before. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get right into this, guys. I see. Oh, you guys can see my see the screen there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into the previews. These are for March. The March previews getting ready. So all these books, you have to have the orders in here by January 20th to get these put on your pull list, to make sure that you're getting them in. And whoa, man, that's already tomorrow. Man, they're starting it early, so I guess I should have done this video a long time ago. I didn't pay attention to that date right there. That date you can see right there in the corner is very important there. That's when you got to have the orders in by. So I guess I better go into my LCS tomorrow and tell them a few of these that I want to put on my comic book pull list. But yeah, you go through here through the previews. It's got plenty of it shows plenty of the different covers and things that are going to go out here. We'll go ahead and get through some of these here, and some of these we're going to end up talking about here. They even have like some nice little some interviews and things right here. Like we got this. Please tell us a bit about yourself, and that it looks like it's an interview with Neil Vokes, and that is on their Indie Edge. So they've got plenty of cool things on there to check out. Let's see here. Okay, let me move this over here so I can see the chat and see what I'm doing over here with everything else for now. There we go. Alright, maybe that works out just a little bit better there. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we got all these these different things. A lot of this is kind of just fluff through here. That you see little stories on books that they have highlighted throughout this book anyway. Ooh, like right there, we got this story there about this Blade Runner 2019 interview there with Mike Johnson, one of the writers of this new book. And guys, I've really been liking the Blade Runner 2019. Pretty good stuff. They got these spotlight ons. You see how you can see these different spotlight ons here. They put those on there, so it's highlighting things that are out there. There's all so here they got the Marvel previews and the DC previews, which actually came out the same day. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough time to get through those, but here's what they got right here at the beginning. They always kind of show these little highlight things, and Free Comic Book Day is coming up, so they're highlighting a lot of these things for the shops to get ready to get into the stores. These are all on Free Comic Book Day is the first Saturday in May, and I believe this year it's on May 2nd. So they're going to have all these different comic books there that you can get for free at your local comic book shop. Things like this from Archie Comics, Dark Horse Comics, Boom Studios, DC. What is it? First Second, Image Comics, IDW, Marvel Comics. They're having for Marvel Comics they're having X-Men #1. Yeah, so you can see they got some different things on there coming out, and these are all free comic books. You got Random House Children Books, Valiant Entertainment, 10 Speed Press, Viz Media, bunch of just a bunch of these different ones. We've got some Dark Arc After the Flood, Instinct. I wonder I know that's a series that's out right now, so I'm not really for sure if this is a new arc of it. Maybe Dark Arc is starting a new story arc. A little bit of wordplay there for you. Anyway. Yeah, so then it goes ahead and continues through here. We got Chapter House Publishing, DC, Dark Horse, Boom Studios, all these just different ones that they're having all these issues come out. Like I said, Free Comic Book Day is something cool. If you have a local comic book shop near you, you should definitely get out and support them. Check them out. You can get some free comic books. A lot of I know my local comic book shop that's Bases Cards and Comics right here in Lancaster, California. They do discounts as well. Like last year, they did I think 20% off all books on the shelf. Not the new books that released that week, but all the new books that were on the shelf. So any of the older stuff, they had 20% off. So and look right here, they got on Titan Comics. They got the Blade Runner 2019 #1 for Free Comic Book Day. So hey, if you're into that, you might want to check that out. I've really been enjoying the Blade Runner 2019. You see here they got Titan Comics, more Udon Entertainment, Tokyo Pop, Vault Comics. There we go. If you follow me here long enough, you guys know that I love Vault Comics and what they've been doing over there with a lot of their books. Let's see who else we got here. We've also got Bake the Snake. What's going on? How are you doing? Two Gun Pedro, thank you so much for being here. Two Gun Pedro says, I love Free Comic Book Day. Absolutely, man. Free Comic Book Day is cool. My first one was last year. Last year was the first one I ever went to, and I actually ended up setting up my booth there for my business, and then had also did a live stream there from Free Comic Book Day too. So yeah, if you didn't get a chance to check that out, it's still here on the channel. You could go check that out. Maybe I need to make a playlist for Free Comic Book Day stuff. But yeah, then they go through here. This stuff is all for the comic shops. They got just stuff that they're advertising for that. And here we're gonna go ahead and we're getting into the first of the books they've got here. This is for Image Comics. Here they show some of the gems of the month that they have here, where you can go and check these out here. Let's see if we can get that a little more up close there for you. All right, see, there we go. And now we got my pretty face over there. We can here. You know what? Maybe I can move me just a little bit here. There we go. Maybe we'll move me down there so maybe you can see some things just a little bit better. So yeah, we got these are some of the gems of the month they got coming out here. We got Decorum #1, Mirka Andolfo's Mercy #1, X-Ray Robot #1, Starship Down, Robin 80th Anniversary 100-page spectacular from DC Comics, Strange Adventures #1. Just it kind of lists them there. You can see there in the corner. Then go ahead and hop into the Image Comics that they have here, and this again runs kind of through them. And we got starting off with Decorum #1 being written by Jonathan Hickman with artists and covers A and B by Mike Huddleston. So it's saying right here, the description is, there are many assassins in the known universe. This is the story of the most well-mannered one. And in quotes it says, manners are a sensitive awareness of the feelings of others. If you have that awareness, you have good manners, no matter what knife you use. I'm guessing that's a quote from the comic book. So very interesting stuff. Jonathan Hickman, he's a pretty good writer. He's been doing kind of relaunched, did a reboot of the X-Men in the Marvel Universe right now. So been pretty cool, reading that if you're keeping up with that. And then here they got some of the interior arts here to check out. Then the next one they got here is Mirka Andolfo's Mercy #1 of 6. Artist, the writer and artist, and the cover A is Mirka Andolfo. I don't know, is that himself? Is Mirka Andolfo a man or a woman? I don't know. let me know if you guys know about that down in the comments below. But we see here that they'll have a little preview of what's going on here. Looks like some pretty decent art in there, pretty good coloring, and like I said, it sounds like this person is doing all of this work all by themselves. So written and all the art by. So that's pretty cool. The next one we got here on Image Comics is Stealth number one of 6. So this is going to be a short series with writer Mike Costa and artist. The artists are Nate Bellegarde and Tamara Bonnevillin. So I can guarantee that Tamara Bonnevillin is probably doing the colors there, and Tamara Bonnevillin is a really good colorist. I know she does work for Marvel. That's where I first heard of her, seen some of her work, and then in Once and Future over on Boom Studios Comics, and she's proven over there. She knows how to work that color palette, man. She's really good with what she does. If you ask me, so let's see here. Then after Stealth number 1 saying, for decades, Stealth has waged war on crime in Detroit, but now he's taken his pursuit of justice too far. Only reporter Tony Barber knows that behind Stealth's reckless behavior is an older man battling Alzheimer's, his father. A father unwilling to accept that he's no longer the hero this city needs, with enemies all too eager to force his retirement. Created by Robert Kirkman and Mark Silvestri, Stealth is an action-packed series perfect for readers who enjoy Black Panther and Iron Man. Kind of sounds like it too. I was getting ready to say, it kind of sounds like a, maybe, also kind of maybe with a little bit of Spider-Man twist in there. I don't know, the reporter with the whole reporter thing and knows that it's his father's. That sounds kind of like, I don't know. Then we goes on to, we see a little bit more art there. Then we've also got Die number 9 coming out. Some more. A lot of these are going to be just issues that are already coming out. We got Outer Darkness and Chew number 1 of 3. So it looks like they're probably taking a couple of books and mixing them together, doing a mishmash, or what do they call that? What do they call that these days? A mix up or a mashup. Number 1 of 3 coming out. Some different ones. And if you guys haven't been reading. What was that? Family Tree? It was pretty good. We got the Coffin Bound Volume 1 getting ready to come out. I did read all the first 4 issues of that, and I thought it was a pretty good series. Probably something not necessarily for everybody, but the writer is Dan Waters with the artist and cover is Danny on that. So, if you guys into Coffin Bound, maybe you read the first issue, 1 and 2 for sure, and, you can now go get it on trade paperback. So, it'll be coming out as well. And I thought it was pretty good. The Marked and Nomen Omen Volume 1s are coming out. Got just some more trade paperbacks coming out. These were kind of not important. I mean, if you're into some of those, some of the different issues coming out here as well. And again, you can find a lot of these on the previewsworld.com. They usually show all the books that are getting ready to come out for the next coming week or so. But like these right here, I'm getting because got the digital copy here of the Previews World, where it shows a lot of this stuff. But yeah, got more. Ooh, see, that was the one right there. I didn't want to forget about Reaver issue number 7 getting ready to come out. Being written by Justin Jordan. Artist is Nico Henrichon. And the cover by Becky Cloonan. Now, I did read the first 6 issues of Reaver. I thought it was a pretty good story. They are getting a different artist here with Reaver number 7, so it'd be interesting to see the new art and how that all works and how this series progresses. Like I said, I think the trade of that should be coming out either this month or next month as well for the first story arc on that. And we got some more Undiscovered Country. Unearthed number 6. Okay, then here we're going to be moving into Dark Horse comics right here. We got Starship Down number 1 coming out. The Neil Gaiman Library Volume 1 hardcover. Okay, first one we got here from Madman Mike Allred, X-Ray Robot number 1 of 4. So it looks like we got a issue number 1 of 4 coming out from Dark Horse in X-Ray Robot. It says Max is a family man seeking a more interesting life. While conducting a new experiment at work, the fabric of his reality is torn before his eyes, and a robotic figure appears, claiming to be his 277-year-old self. The robot is able to x-ray multiple dimensions and battles a nihilistic entity from another dimension who wants to take all life to its pre-Big Bang status. Max and the robot embark on an interdimensional road trip through past and future to take down the nihilist and save the universe. Yeah, sounds, kind of like a futuristic kind of multiverse kind of thing there, kind of stuff Marvel likes to do, that's cool if you're into that. We got Starship Down, number 1 of 4, also getting ready to come out. Let's see, Starship Down number 1. It looks like it's being written by Justin Giampaoli, with art by Andrea Muddy, or is that Moody? I'm not really for sure. And the cover by Vladimir Popov. This one says a cultural anthropologist consults with the U.S. Naval Intelligence to investigate the discovery of an extraterrestrial ship buried under the ice for thousands of years in Siberia. The meddling Russians, Vatican officials, the international media spotlight, and her own insecurities all threaten her efforts to keep the fabric of society from crumbling. Huh. Interesting. That sounds interesting to you, make sure you get to your local comic book shop and let them know. Let's see, who else do we got here? We got JJW, says, hi from Singapore, love the channel, thank you so much for being here. Biden Touch says, yo, and what up, Tommy? Thank you so much for being here. Tom's Comic Book Reviews says, yo, what's up? We got Dog School and Bake the Snake still here hanging out, along with I Am True Skills. And the Senate says, I love multiverse stuff. Well, see, there you go. And it looks like they kind of got one going on with that X-ray robot over there. Okay, so let's see. What else we got here coming out from Dark Horse? There's that Neil Gaiman library. Some more trade paperbacks coming out of Dark Horse. Looks like we got some Stranger Things and Bang. 3 of 4, 2 of 5. Just some of the different books here. A lot of these we're going to kind of go through so we can try to keep this video short. Just some different ones coming out from Dark Horse. It doesn't look like any of these are number 1s. So, some of these you may have on your comic book pull list already if you've been pulling them, Let me know down in the comments below. Are there any of these that we're going over that you would be interested in? Like I said, I'm going to focus more on the issue number 1s, but if not, what's on your comic book pull list this week? I haven't even looked to see what's all on there, but I can guarantee you it's been light for the past couple weeks, so guaranteed you that somebody's getting ready to nail us hard for a lot of money this coming week. Probably going to be like 15 issues or something, They're going to try to take us all at once. That's how they like to do it. But I know I've got quite a few indies getting ready to come out this week. See right here, we got the new DC Comics new releases right here that they've got shown here. Like we've got, obviously all kinds of, we've got Batman, Daphne Byrne, more dollar comics, which are really nice if you don't know where to start at, or you want to get some classic comic books, just some reprints. The dollar comics are always nice. You can find those, for $1, and, DC has their dollar comics. Marvel does True Believers. Image has been doing some under Image Firsts. So, you can check out some different ones, for pretty cheap. Pretty much every month, somebody's got some of those dollar comic books that they're putting out there. So that's always something cool, if you're just getting into comic books or don't know what to buy, you know what I mean? Like a dollar comic, hey, how can you go wrong for $1? Wished upon a vlog, thank you so much for being here. Julie, Biden Touch says, when you take out a target, always say good day, sir. All right, must be talking about some video games or something there. The Senate says, Hellboy. All right. I'm True Skill says, I think all this multiverse and alternate timeline stuff will get old fast. Probably so. Here's a new one on IDW Comics coming out. Transformers vs. Terminator issue number 1. And look at that. $4.99. They're going an extra $1 for that book. And look at that, man. That's a pretty sick cover. You got to admit it. You have to admit it. If you don't admit it, it's probably because you're a hater or something, you know what I'm saying? Dylan, my man, what's up, my brother? How are you doing today? Just here going over some of the comic books that we got getting ready to come out this week. And here, let me go ahead and let me show you. There we go. We'll take my pretty face off there so you can see that cover a little bit better. Look at that cover, man. That's sick. Got some Terminator and Transformers action going on, man. Make sure you get that on your pull list, dude. That's been written by David Marriott, John Barber, and Tom Waltz. The artist is Alex Milne. I'm gonna say that's Milne. And the cover is Gavin Fullerton for the A cover. Alex Milne is the B cover. Freddie E. Williams. And Francesco Francavilla do some other alternate covers. So, hey, if you're into that, man, go check that out. Then we got some more Transformers books getting ready to come out at Godzilla, Complete Rulers of Earth Volume 1. So we got a trade paperback coming out. Now, IDW seems to do a lot of the licensed products and things like that for other other publishers stuff too. I think sometimes they do like some DC and some Marvel stuff, like Frozen stuff, different things like that. They do the Sonic and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. Got more Sonic stuff coming out here. Marvel Action Avengers. See, there we go. They do a lot of the Marvel Action titles, is what it is. Several different ones coming there. And yeah, I got some Disney, Uncle Scrooge, some Star Wars, some G.I. Joe. If you're into that G.I. Joe life, go check it out. They got some Star Trek as well. Tom Clancy, some Narcos. Let's see. Let's get to what else they got important coming out here. Judge Dredd, False Witness #1. If you're into that, written by Brandon Easton. Artist is Key Zama. Yeah. So hey, man, check some of those out. Napoleon Dynamite's Impeach Pedro trade paperback. Wonder how many issues is that supposed to be? Because I know I think 3 issues so far on that Napoleon Dynamite series. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a 4-issue series or what. But it looks like it's going to be coming out on a trade paperback soon. More IDW stuff. Looks like no #1s or anything, that Ghostbusters should be going into #3. I think I seen right back there. Ooh, some My Little Pony. And I know there's people out there wanting to see more My Little Pony stuff on here on the channel. So I'll see what we can do for you. I'll see what we can do for you all. Let's see. Terrazon, thank you so much for being here. Julie, Wish Upon a Vlog says, "Oh, I read that Obi-Wan. Oh, the Star Wars. Oh, okay, nice. Tommy says, how would a Terminator stand a chance against a Transformer? They could step on the Terminators. True. Very, very true, man. Very true. Okay, then we got some the Marvel previews as well. I'll see if we might get into those and open those up as well. Next here we got some Dynamite, and over here on the left hand side they kind of got their gems and some of the spotlights that they have here. Like their gem, they got Killing Red Sonja #1 getting ready to come out, and you can see that there on the right hand of the screen already. What else? Spotlight, they got F. Paul Wilson's Repairman Jack. Scar Lip Redo Original Graphic Novel Hardcover, Vampirella #9, Death to the Army of Darkness #2. Yeah, I know issue #1 of that should be coming out. I think that is this week or next week, or maybe that's in February. Maybe that's next month that it's getting ready to come out. So yeah, I got some different books here getting ready to come out. I didn't really notice like a whole lot of #1s or anything coming out of Dynamite. Dynamite seems to have like characters and things that they do like kind of long term, I guess you could say, or just some of these different old school kind of names like Vampirella. I know they also do like the Elvira title, the Red Sonja stuff. So it seems like they do a lot of the same characters in the same universe. Different things like that. So Dynamite, and they the one thing that they do at Dynamite is they have some really nice covers. I mean, they do like some covers that have just like beautiful art, and then some of them that like they do these over here you see in the left hand side, they do the ones that are like the photo cover variants, which are really nice. That's why I pick a lot of the Elvira ones up, because who can resist Elvira, man? Come on, Cassandra Anderson. Oh man, I'm telling you. Yep. Showing my age here. Yeah, we got Death to the Army of Darkness issue #2 getting ready to come out, and both of those covers are shown there. The A and B cover look pretty nice. Wouldn't mind having either one of those. And we got I think they had a couple extra variants over here as well that are pretty sweet looking. Let's see, got some Deja Thoris, another one that they seem to do a lot of, and I'm telling you, look at that A cover there. That's a sick cover. That's a sick cover there on that. On some of those, man. I'm telling you, just some of the covers some of these companies put out are just really nice on Dynamite. Let's see, we got Perry Comics says, "Don't worry, Wish Upon a Vlog. I got the My Little Pony books covered. Nice. All right. So we're fighting that good fight. Terrazon says sexy chicks. My weakness on covers. Absolutely, Tara. I agree 100%. Gotta love them hot chicks on the covers, man. Gotta love it. Well, oh, that got Kiss Zombies coming out. Some Red Sonja and Vampirella meet Betty and Veronica. You know, like I said, they do a lot of these same kind of, just these same kind of characters and put them in different things. They got the boys coming out, some of the different trade paperbacks and things. And they got the spotlight on all of these as well. So, you gotta look out for them. Gotta look out for them. Let's see, Vengeance of Vampirella. Okay, let's see where else are we going here. Then now we're moving into Boom Studios, and this one right here, guys. This one they're got right here just on the left there, the King of Nowhere #1. We'll get into that in just a minute. Why I might like that one. We got Fence Rivals. It looks like that's a trade. Is that a trade paperback getting ready to come out? I haven't read Fence Rivals or anything, so if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you check that out. Another trade paperback here on R.L. Stein's Just Beyond. Right here, Wicked Things #1 of 6, being written by John Allison, illustrated by Max Sarin. The covers by Max Sarin and a variant by John Allison. So this one right here says, Eisner Award-winning team of John Allison and Max Sarin return to the world of Giant Days for a new series about everyone's favorite child detective, Charlotte Grote. So it looks like this is probably spinning out of one of their old series. So hey, if you're reading that, you might want to make sure you have that on your comic book pull list. And plus Boom Studios, all the books they put out over there, they're really nice. They got really the covers of them seem really well printed, just like everything. I don't know, they just put out some nice books. That's all I can say is they put out some nice books. Captain Pennsylvania, thank you so much for being here. Fenrir Fire, how are you doing today? The Senate says, I need to finish my collection of the boys' comics. Definitely, man. Definitely. And if they got them on trade paperback, you should go get them that way because they're a lot cheaper. Well, a little cheaper. Maybe not a lot. Maybe not a lot, but they're a little cheaper. And right here, this is the one I wanted to talk about. King of Nowhere #1 of 5. For one, it's a mini-series, so that's nice. You're not committing to something like a long, ongoing thing. You got 5 months of good comic book coming. And here's the reason why I'm interested in this King of Nowhere #1 is it's being written by W. Maxwell Prince. It's illustrated by Tyler Jenkins with covers by Tyler Jenkins, and Martin Morazzo is on a variant of it. Now right here it says Eisner-nominated writer W. Maxwell Prince comes to Boom Studios with Eisner-nominated artist Tyler Jenkins for an unforgettable thriller that explores the miraculous, the mundane, and the mysteries in between. I almost you see how I kind of drag out mysteries there? I got a little ahead of myself. It says, lovable, drunken lowlife Dennis awakens on the outskirts of a mysterious village called Nowhere, home to a friendly populace of deformed, mutated, just left of normal citizens, and he has no memory of how he got there. But just when Dennis starts to regain his memories, his past catches up to him. Literally. What at first seems like merely a bad trip quickly heightens into a drama of mistaken identities, small-town conspiracy, and high-stakes fantasy fulfillment. The reason that just sounds interesting anyway, but the reason I want to get into that is W. Maxwell Prince is writing that, and he's the writer that's been doing Ice Cream Man over on Image Comics, and Ice Cream Man is a freaking great title. If you guys haven't been reading Ice Cream Man, and it's got art in it by Martin Morazzo as well, who's doing one of the variant covers. I'm telling you, it's a great book, Ice Cream Man is. I think you guys should definitely go check that out if you haven't been already. Fenrir Fire says, doing good, hope you're having a good one. I am having a pretty good day so far. Thank you. Let's see, hope you're doing good, having a good one. The Senate said, I heard they were so graphic. I like the show when is the next series was funny. Okay, you're talking about about the boys. Yeah, I haven't read it. And I've watched a few episodes of the show. I'm just so not into the TV show thing. Like, people are like, you should watch this show. I'm like, I mean I should, but I'm just not into the whole TV show thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah. Let me see. No, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Let me see here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the King of Nowhere. Definitely I wanna read and check out. Um, let's see. After that, it looks like just going into some more Boom. We're getting Once and Future issue number 7, and the trade paperback of Volume 1 of Once and Future is coming out as well. So if you guys haven't been keeping up with Once and Future, it's been pretty good. It's been a pretty good series so far, and that's coming. The trade is coming out on March 25th, and it looks like March 25th is also issue number 7. So if you haven't been keeping up with it, you can actually get caught up. You can buy the trade paperback on that day, and then you can go and buy the issue number 7 on the same day as well, which is really nice. That's pretty cool that they're doing that. So if you want to check that kind of stuff out, you can catch up all at one time. Which sometimes some people like to binge. You know what I mean? People are into that binging stuff. So yeah, I don't know, just something cool. If you're into that sort of stuff there. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So yeah, and then we got Alienated number 2, which I think I put Alienated on my comic book pull list already as well. And Red Mother number 4, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about Red Mother, so I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Have you been reading Red Mother? What are your thoughts on it if you have been? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's see who else we got here. Let's go ahead and get past Boom Studios here. We got more Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I think they got these Ninja Turtle covers on there. I know my friend Joe over at Joe's Geek Show. I know he's always all over those comic books like the Power Rangers and stuff. He loves those. Folklores issue number 5 of 5 getting ready to come out. The last issue coming out in March, man. And Folklores has been pretty good series. If you want to know more about Folklores, you should definitely go and check out my buddy Perry Comics. I know he's really been loving that one, and I think a lot of us have been as well. Folklores has been a pretty good read so far. Definitely a good read. So then here we're going to get into comics and graphic novels, and you can go ahead and take a look there at some of those issues coming out. Some of these in particular, I definitely want to talk about a little bit more. Let's see, where are we at here? Let's see, Maverick Pilgrim says, this stream must be great. It's drawn the finest people. Yes, always great people here on the streams, man. I don't know how you all found your way here to my channel, but thank you, man. And yes, you guys are great. Dylan's Comic Book Rant says, I put this on my pool. All right. Oh, which one? We went over a few of them, and I haven't been keeping up the best. We do. Tara says we have the best group of folks here, Mav. Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, all the people that have come here on my streams have been great. Occasionally, people get in, disagree and stuff. And hey, man, we're all adults here. Don't take it personal. We're all adults. It's okay to disagree. Fenrir Fire says Captain Pennsylvania, they honored the original Rangers well. These comics are still doing strong years later. Thank goodness. If only they treated Star Wars like the Power Rangers. Julie says, of course, Maverick Trinity only knows cool people. Absolutely, absolutely. At least that's all I've been attracting anyway so far. Dylan's Comic Book Rant says, Boom Studios is dope. This series looks like the next big one, and the art looks like it's painted. Okay, all right. It's true, Trinity only knows cool ones. Yeah, like I said, we attract who we are, right? I'm not sure if that's saying that, like, you guys are that cool, or if that I'm that cool, or I don't know. Take it for what you will, but yeah, man, always the greatest people here. The Senate says yes. The boys' comics are graphic, graphic AF. Maybe even more than Punisher Max. Yeah, I was gonna say this new Punisher Max anyway has been not that bad. It hasn't been that bad. Dylan kind of skipped a little bit here. Dylan's Comic Book Rant says also picking up the Army of Darkness miniseries they're coming out with. I'm a big fan of Army of Darkness. Yeah, me too. I've even got the last one, which was Bubba Hotep and Army of Darkness. I've got all 4 of those as well. And I think those came out on trade paperback not too long ago. But yeah, definitely good stuff. Captain Pennsylvania says, Maverick, I don't know, man. I'm kind of sketchy. I have Captain America's shield when I'm Captain Pennsylvania. Very good point. Very good point. Fenrir Fire says, Boom did a Witcher miniseries a few years ago. It was legit. Also did Mad Max Fury Road. Nice, nice. Maverick Pilgrim says, well, as soon as I jump in, my little girls is wanting to book read. Gotta go all. No problem, man. Yeah, yeah. Go spend some time with the little ones, man. It's always the best. Army of Darkness is epic, says Julie. Definitely. Terrazon says, getting once and future in trade paperback. Read Ice Cream Man on your recommendation too. Yeah, Ice Cream Man is really great. I want to go back and buy the trade paperbacks of the ones that I haven't read because they're not too bad priced. And yeah, I like the Ice Cream Man series is really, really good. Just like, I don't know, they're just like great horror stories and they're all kind of one shots, but they're creepy, man. Like the Ice Cream Man, they kind of creep me out. You know what I mean? Like they feel creepy. I don't know, good stuff. Dylan says, I want to read Red Mother. Shop didn't order any, of course, but I hear a lot of good things and some say it's okay. Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on it, so I don't really know. Um, it's only going 5 issues. Oh, I know, for the Folklords. Yeah, and I know he loves those ones. Um, Terrazon says, it was okay for the first on Red Mother. Okay, yeah, as I say, I heard mixed reviews on it. Captain Pennsylvania says, "Love Red Mother. So good to decided to get a subscription. It's freaky, man." Yeah, I was gonna say I'd have to check it out. You know, that's the cool thing about comic books, especially when you get on the comic book community, is everybody has different takes on it. You know, like for some reason, I feel when I watch a movie, like everybody has like a lot of the same takes. Like there's no real varying degrees of didn't like you either disliked it or you liked it, and a lot of people generally kind of like and dislike the same things when it comes to whether they liked or disliked the movies and stuff like that. So like when it comes to watching movie reviews, it's very like I don't know, like I don't feel like I have to get more takes on it, but when I'm watching comic book reviews, I'm interested in seeing what everybody else has to say because it seems like everybody has a varying range of opinions about why they do and don't like certain comic books. It's kind of cool, really. As weird as it is, it's kind of cool to see that. James is here, DKOT Star Wars. Thank you so much for being here. Terrazon says, Undiscovered Country is my favorite so far. Nice, nice. Um, Let's see. It jumped a little bit on us here a little bit again. I'm True Skill says, you guys are great. Not as toxic as gaming channel. Oh yeah, some of them gaming channels, man, they get crazy. Bruce Campbell is up there on the list of legends. Give me some sugar, baby. Yeah, definitely. Gotta love that street. Love that stuff. Mike Rogers, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for being here. Southern Comic Book Geek, how are you doing today? Um, Let's see, everybody is in here just conversating. We're gonna go ahead and get back here into some more of these comic books that we got getting ready to come out this week. We got some coming out from Aardvark, some Ablaze comics that you can see there. They got Unsacred issue number 5 getting ready to come out, which is kind of a crude title coming out on Ablaze Comics. I haven't read it, but it looked like something a little crude, cartoony, kind of sexual kind of stuff. If you're into that, hey, all good, all good. I'm not against it because I've been reading. I've actually been reading. Money Shot on Vault Comics, and that one's really good too. A little perverse, and hey, I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem with that kind of stuff. More from Abrams Comics, Abrams Comic Arts. Some more different books coming out here. We got Abstract Studios, some Action Lab, Spotlight on Seamus, the Famous over here, as well as let's see, got some more Spotlight on Sweetheart number 1. From Action Lab as well, and I believe Action Lab they do a varying range of different kind of comic books as well. I haven't read any Action Lab books, but I know there's certainly people out there that like some of the work they do there. They do this Vamp Blade season 4 number 11, which is something and Zombie Tramp. That's another one that's got some cool stuff. I've been wanting to check out some Zombie Tramp, to be honest with you, and then even like some Vamp Blade, a little more risque, a little more adult, which. Like I said, I have no problem with that. Then we get here into Aftershock Comics, and this is what kind of interests me, guys, because I really like Aftershock Comics, and a lot of the books they're coming out with, they do like more horror title stuff. And here I know there's a couple getting ready to come out like this over this next month or two that I've put onto my comic book pull list that I want to see. But here we got a new one called Artemis and the Assassin number 1. They're being written by Stephanie Phillips, Megan Hetrick, and Francesca Fantini are the artists. Lauren Aff is the color artist, and Troy Peteri is the letterer. Phil Hester with Mark Englert are on the cover. Dave Johnson is on the incentive cover. This one right here says, what happens when a time-traveling assassin and a spy from 1944 try to kill each other? For a price, a top secret assassin for a price, a top secret assassin organization will travel through time and interfere with watershed moments. Trained as the agency's top assassin, Maya is sent to kill Virginia Hall, the deadliest spy of World War II. Charged with carrying important plans about the invasion of Normandy to the Allied troops. Virginia's death would have a cataclysmic effect on World War II as we know it. So I don't know. It sounds kind of interesting. It's a $4.99 first issue. $4.99, guys. That's $1 more than the average comic book. It's a number one. It's looks like it's a featured item as well. But I don't know. It sounds interesting. I may have this one put on my comic book pull list as well to check that out. Like I said, it's on Aftershock Comics. I like what they do on Aftershock Comics. They do some great work over there. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how that is. We've also got looks like we got some of the interior art and everything over there on the left hand side as well. Then we've got the next one on Aftershock is Join the Future #1, being written by Zach Kaplan, is the writer. Peter Kowalski is the artist. Brad Simpson is the colorist. Hassan Atsmani El Hao is the letterer. And Peter Kowalski with Brad Simpson is on the cover. And Brandon Peterson does the incentive cover. For Join the Future #1, it's saying the future. Ultra-modern megacities reward millions of their citizens with a completely funded life, with every need met, from food to housing, healthcare, in order to compete in an economic power struggle in which population is key. But a few rural residents still clinging to their independence in what last American small towns are left. When a nearby megacity pressures the people of a small town to join up or else, a young teenage girl named Clem will learn how far she'll go to defend her principles. Again, this is another one, $4.99 for the first issue, 32 pages, full color, on sale March 4th. I don't know, what do you guys think about Join the Future issue #1? Yeah, I don't know. Sounds interesting. Sounds like something where things would definitely could go topsy-turvy in a world like that, where you obviously have the city or the government taking care of everybody. Every need is met. And this is one of the cool things about a story like this, is because when you think about it, what they're talking about here is a utopian society, right? They're talking about something utopian where, like, you got the government providing you with everything. Your security, like, basically, if all your needs are met, okay, if you have, all your food is taken care of, your room and board is taken care of, all of these things are taken care of, your healthcare and all that stuff. Really, the interesting thing is because you come into a world where there's no need. There's no need for you have to go out there and to make money. No need to go out have to sell illegal drugs or anything like that just to put food on the table, or have to go out there and steal just to put food on your table or anything like that. You know what I mean? So that's the interesting thing, is when you get into some of these kinds of things, is you get a story here where you don't have to do anything. So there should be no reason for criminal activity. You know what I mean? Because the state is taking care of you. You know what I mean? So I think that's and that's interesting. Of course we got the story here. It's going to be a female-led comic book. So I know some people will probably see something like that and be like, "Oh no, here we go with our genders, man. We got our genders and representations coming in here. Oh, you better look out, man." I don't know. This just sounds like an interesting story, and that's the thing I like about like Aftershock Comics and Vault Comics, is they've been coming out. They do a lot of these types of stories with female led comic books with representation and things like that. But the thing is they do it in a way that's not the issue. It's not like, oh, we're doing this for representation. It's just the characters in the world that are developed around them. It's not about me. It's not about white man bad kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They write these stories in a very sensical manner, which I think is something that is missing out of the big two, where we see something like that being done in a comic book. It seems like a lot of the times it's forced representation or tokenization of other characters. You know what I mean? Where that's the nice thing about some of these smaller publishers is they're actually getting creators who are being out there being creatives, creating their own characters, creating their own stories, which I think most people have less problem with than when you go in and you change a Captain America, or like they're getting ready to do here with some of those new Marvel titles. But I don't know. I could be wrong there. I could be wrong there. Let's get here into the chats and see who else we got here. Random Bread Creates says, "Hey Tommy, not a lot today, chilling out." All right, AFK Bart is here. Thank you so much for being here as well. Do we have anybody else new joining the chats? I see everybody chatting it up, having a good time. Dylan's comic book rant says, "Yeah, you should add the King of Nowhere to your pool trinity. I think that's going to be a really good one." Yeah, King of Nowhere. That was the oh yeah, that was the one on Boom Studios. Yeah, I'm going to, because like I said, that's being done by W. Maxwell Prince. Isn't that the one that I think it was? By W. Maxwell Prince. Plus it's Boom Studios. Hey man, how can you go wrong? Julie says, at Tommy, I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up on VHS. Watched them at night before going to bed for school the next day. I love them a lot. I still love them a lot. And down on DVD. Wish I'd have kept my VHS. My mom threw them out. Yeah, man, that sucks, man. Because yeah, believe me, when I was growing up, I was all about that. I was all about that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle life, man. You never see me. You see me all the time running around dancing, doing the ninja rap, you know? Ninja rap. Am I going to get a content? You know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't. Don't act like you weren't down with the ninja rap. We all were. We all were. It was all about Vanilla Ice back in them days, bruh. Okay? We all did the Vanilla Ice. Don't act like you didn't like Vanilla Ice back in the day. If you didn't, you're probably 35 or younger. You're probably younger. You know, you're probably in your early 30s or in your 20s if you didn't like Vanilla Ice, okay? Okay? We all liked him. Don't act like you didn't. Don't act like you didn't. We all liked him. And we were all about that ninja rap. We were all about it. Okay, so let's let's go ahead and get here into get here into more of this more of these comic books we got coming out, more on Aftershock Comics. There we got some interiors for that book we were just talking about there as well. We got Undone by Blood issue number 2. Now I'm interested in this one. I didn't put it on my comic book pull list. I'm wondering if my shop is going to be getting in Undone by Blood issue number 1. I hope they do, because I would like to read that. That's being written by Lonnie Nadler with Zach Thompson. Artist is Sammy Cavella, who I believe Sammy Cavella was doing the art for that book that came out on Dark Horse Comics not too long ago, which was Tommy Gun Wizards, which they eventually changed it to Machine Gun Wizards. So I don't know why the change there, but yeah. So that one's interesting. Colorist is Jason Wordy, and the letter is Hassan Atsmani El Hao. And that's interesting because, like I said, the Sammy Cavella was the artist on Tommy Gun Wizards. I know Jason Wordy was, I believe, the colorist on Resonant over on Vault Comics, one of my favorite comic book publishers out there. I've talked about him. And Hassan Atsmani El Hao seems to do a lot of the lettering out there in the indie comics world. This is another one. Ooh, and look at that cover right there, that incentive cover by Joe Linzer. Yeah, there you go. Also, we got The Man Who Effed Up Time number 2. I know I have this one on my comic book pull list. We talked more about The Man Who Effed Up Time last month on the previews as well. So I've already got that one on my pull list. We got some God Killers, some Knights Temporal coming out on trade paperback. God Killers looks interesting. I look at that God Killers, man. That's a pretty wicked cover there. Like, what's that show us there? Let's take a look at this cover, man. Look at that. Look at that cover, man. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty, yeah. That looks pretty gnarly, man. That looks pretty gnarly. I don't know. Let's see. Go here. We got stock up on these great Aftershock collections. So they got some collections getting ready to come out. They have some of the trade paperbacks that are coming out. We've got a Walk Through Hell Volume 1, Alters Volume 1 and 2, American Monster Animosity, Art of Jim Starlin hardcover, just some different ones. Captain Kidd, Clan Killers, Cold War, a bunch of different ones. Dark Arc Volume 1 and 2. That should be interesting. I know, God, what's that one I've been wanting to do? Bueller's been talking a lot about it. I haven't, oh man, why all of a sudden did I forget about it? The Midnight Vista, is that one coming out? I can't remember if that's coming out this month or if that was next month that was supposed to be coming out. I think it was last month. Basically in February is when Midnight Vista is coming out. I could be wrong there. I could be wrong there, but I wanna read Midnight Vista. He's been talking about it, and I'm interested in it. You know, I know it's got art by Wando, who does like some really crazy art. You know, you just depends on what you're into. Got some more of the previews here. Um, Ooh, look out with Amaral Entertainment Cave Woman double feature. You know these, they always have these. They always have these right here. These kind of. Ooh, okay, yeah. See, they don't even have it there. These like adult covers there. Very. You know, you can see it kind of there, blurred out there. Um, you know what? You know, it's like I think one that you'll see here in just a minute. Once you go. Well, I mean, Xenoscope does it too, but God, who's the other one? They do a lot of those. They do a lot of those kind of more risque kind of covers, and we'll get to them here in just a minute. I know they had a couple pages here coming up. Buns of Steel. What's this all about? Black Hops Hair Trigger. Interesting, interesting. And God, what is it? What publisher is that on? It looks like that's on Antarctic Press. Yes. Um, Let's see. See here, they show just a lot of the. We got some Archie comics coming out. Some Aspen comics. You know, Aspen does like Fathom and just like Soulfire. Yeah, that's the other one. Soulfire. A lot of the work. Oh man, what's the guy's name? All of a sudden I forget. You know, he started. I think he's one of the big guys over there. That started a lot of that. Michael Turner. Yeah. Um, Good stuff over there. A Wave Blue World got a featurette item here coming out called Cyrel's Ring. What's this? This is interesting. Looks like here. Go ahead and take a look at the cover there. Cyrel's Ring. Interesting. This is on a Wave Blue World Incorporated. It says humanity colonized the distant galaxy. Cyrel's Ring 1,000 years ago, but it wasn't until now that they started to discover the secrets of Ring. This science fiction adventure weaves together personal stories on the outer frontier to form tapestry of exploration, redemption, and a sense of belonging. Interesting. I don't know. Interesting. What do you guys think about that? Um, let's see. We got some Avatar Press coming out here. You know, some of these guys they put out a lot of these variant covers and stuff for a lot of their books too. We got some Archangel #8 on Upshot Comics. It looks like, and that's being written by Michael Morisi. Michael Morisi is a good writer. I would like to check this out. You know, actually, you know, just because I know that he's writing it. That's Archangel 8 #1, issue #1 coming out. So you know, hey, if you're into that, you might want to check that out. I'm not sure. Is that a new series then, or is Archangel 8 like, I don't know. I do not know. But sounds very interesting. Dang, I'm not gonna have to put that on my pull list too. Dang it, Michael Morisi, what are you doing to me, man? Let's see. We got some BBC books, Beehive Books, Big Finish, some Black Box, Bold Type, Blizzard Entertainment, Book Palace. Some more. You know, there we go. That's the other one. Boundless Comics. Once you go boundless, you don't go back. Once you go boundless, you don't go back. Dylan says, "How are you reading the previews online like this?" I got the digital copy. Redid the digital copy here that I got. Let's see. Who else is here? Southern Comic Geek says, "Dylan's comic book rants. What's up?" I was gonna say, guys, and guys, Dylan's comic book rants here. He's replying. Make sure that you go go check out Dylan's comic book rants here. Go check out his channel because he's going to be interviewing the writer of Finger Guns. A new book getting ready to come out on Vault Comics here later on here in, I believe, about an hour and a half. So you guys should definitely go check that out. Support Dylan and check out that interview. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sitting there watching that. So something very interesting. Here we got some more Cave Pictures Publishing right here. We got the Appalachian Apocalypse trade paperback. If you guys are into that kind of thing, I mean, go ahead and look at that. With the writer being Bill Tucci, art by Ethan Nicole. Go ahead and check that cover out. That looks pretty sick. Looks pretty sick, man. I don't know. It's coming out on trade paperback. But another one here is Shapes. This is issue #5. being written by Jason Brubaker. I've read the first 2 issues on this, and I gotta tell you, it's more for kids, like aimed for younger audiences. And I gotta say, I've really liked this series so far out of the first 2 issues that I've read. And I've still got to do an actual review for probably those first 2 issues by themselves. Then here we got Butcher Knight and The Complete Wraith. These are on Clover Press comics there. We got some Coffin comics right here. On Coffin comics, we got this Lady Death Apocalyptic Abyss, which I think is kind of funny right here because they've got this cover. And I know that Ice Cream Man, issue number 17, the new one getting ready to come out, is actually going to be doing a play on this exact same cover, this exact same homage cover right there. That I'm not for sure what. I think it's from Action Comics, that homage cover there. So I don't know, something kind of cool if you're into that. Let's see, we got some Disney Press, DK Publishing, Downtown Bookworks, Drawn and Quarterly. Then right here we got some more. What are these? Number one collectibles company in the comics. This is Dynamic Forces. I know they do a lot of those reprints, different special edition covers and things like that. Probably signed variants and different things like that. So yeah, let's see. What other comic books are there? I know there was some others I in particular wanted to that I wanted to point out. We'll get to here in just a minute. Let's see, where's it at? I know it's getting ready to come out probably here on this next page here in just a second. Okay, yeah, because we're in the H's. We got Humanoids. We got Ignited number 8, Omni number 6, and Strange Lands number 7. I haven't really read any of these titles or heard of these Humanoids, but yeah, it looks like they've got quite a book, quite a catalog of titles according to this. Okay, here we go right here. Featured items, Hexagon. Guys, this is one that I think you guys might want to check out. Okay, well, let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, here we go. The reason I want to check this out is, for one, it's on Impact Theory Comics. In case you guys haven't been following me here long enough, I love Impact Theory, the company, Impact Theory. You guys should go check them out. Look up Impact Theory here on YouTube. Tom Bilyeu, he has a channel that he does. He's like one of the co-founders of Impact Theory, and he does these interviews with people who have been successful in business and things like that on Tuesdays. On Thursdays, he does Health Theory, where he talks to a lot of doctors of just like about health-related things, stuff that I'm really interested in. And they did my favorite comic book of last year, and that was Neon Future, which was a really great book, and that is their first title that they've ever done over on Impact Theory Comics. So I'm definitely into it, and I'm definitely wanting to check out this new title called Hexagon, because for one, it's on Impact Theory Comics. Okay, I like what they're doing as there. I like their message, what they're the whole thing they're trying to do with their company. Plus, not only that, go ahead and take a look at that cover there. This book. Okay, look at that cover. It's and this one is another one that, like the one I was just talking about a minute ago, Shapes, is for a younger audience. It's more aimed towards like teenagers or just like younger kids, as opposed to just adults. And I think that's a good thing, especially for comic books, especially for the kind of story that it looks like they're going to be telling here. So let's go ahead and get into this. This book is being written by Michael Morisi, another one of these writers I've been telling you guys about that has been doing work for Vault Comics. He's been doing a really great job. He writes novels as well. But not only that, he's been writing some great comic books. He's writing Hexagon. I can't wait to read this issue. Impact Theory has been doing really good. But let's get into this. Hexagon, issue number 1. This cover A is by Corona. George Corona. Okay, with the art in the book being by Jeremy Rapak. Or Rapak? I'm not for sure. It's the 1980s, and all 12-year-old Don wants to do is play video games at the local arcade. Don's father, however, refuses to let him play. Egged on by his friends and trying to impress a girl, Don sneaks out to join an all-night game-a-thon. Defying the odds, and on his first quarter ever, Don beats Crucible, a game long considered unbeatable. In an instant, his world is turned upside down when his victory triggers an alien invasion and sucks him into an intergalactic battle that has been raging for years. A battle his father was desperately trying to protect him from. Now, I know what you're trying. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, "Gah, that sounds a lot like the Last Starfighter," and it kind of does. But you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I mean, who doesn't like the Last Starfighter? Who wouldn't like seeing a different kind of take on it? In something in a comic book. Um, like I said, Michael Morisi, I trust his writing. I definitely trust Impact Theory Comics in wanting to bring us this book. This one right here, guys. Maybe. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna see if my local comic book shop will get in a couple of the covers here, and we'll do a giveaway on that. We'll do a giveaway for Hexagon issue number 1 when that time comes. When it gets ready to come out there in March, we're gonna give away a copy of Hexagon. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Is we're going to give a copy of Hexagon away because I believe that much in not only this writer Michael Morisi but also in Impact Theory Comics, and also Jeremy Rapak has been, or is it Rapak? I don't know. He's been doing a great job doing the art in Neon Future, which is the other comic book put out by Impact Theory Comics. So I totally trust that one. We're going to give away. We're going to give a copy of that away here. Dang it, we're going to give a copy away. Okay, so let's see here. Moving on, and look at these different covers. Let's take a look at these different covers as well. Let's take a look at this cover. Look at this is the cover. This is the cover B. That's a pretty sick one too. Look on his on the back of his jacket there. Kind of it looks like that kind of anarchy symbol almost. You know what I mean? And that's pretty cool. You see the game coming to life there. So I don't know, pretty cool stuff. And here let's take a look at this one. This cover actually looks like something from the Neon Future. Looks more like the Neon Future kind of book that they did. But right there, Hexagon. I mean, it actually looks exactly like one of the Neon Future covers. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, I'm okay with that. I'm not saying they're copying it exactly, but even if they are, hey, it's their own work. You know what I'm saying? So nothing wrong with that. But yeah, and here we go. Bam. Got a big ad of it in there. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. You guys might want to check that out. I'm telling you, I've Impact Theory's been doing a great job. Ooh, Keen Spot Entertainment coming in with Fart Night. If you guys want some crude some crude comic books, there you go, man. That sounds very crude. Fart Night. This one right over here on God, who is it that's putting this one out? Is it Mad Cave Studios? This one I have been interested in this the whole time. RV9. I'm gonna have to see if maybe there's a trade paperback of this coming out, but I've been interested in this series for a while. I'm not sure if it's any good. Has anybody else out there been reading RV9? If so, let me know down in the comments below if you've been reading RV9 because I want to check it out. It's being written by Ben Goldsmith. Travis Mercer is the artist. Cover artist is Nicholas Salamanca. It says Velveteen finally confronts Volta for destroying her life. Will the revolution succeed in changing the world forever, or will Velveteen and crew take them down for good? Find out in the thrilling finale. Ooh, that sounds great because if it's the finale, then I know shortly after that we're going to be getting a trade paperback, and I can't wait to see that, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to order that. I'm gonna have to order that. Let's see. Conquistadors, thank you so much for being here. He says, gonna put that in my pull list just for your recommendation. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you're talking about Hexagon, I absolutely would. Because it's, I mean, I'm not sure if you've heard of Impact Theory Comics, but they are doing a great job. Their mission of their company is what I like more than anything. But then what they're trying to do with their comic books is like they're not telling like groundbreaking stories, stuff like this the newest. Because like you go and look at Neon Future, it's a cyberpunk tale. It's a cyberpunk comic book, but when it comes to cyberpunk, I mean it's cyberpunk. You're basically getting it's all kind of the same. You know what I mean? Like look at the Matrix, look at Blade Runner, look at Johnny Mnemonic, look at Alita Battle Angel. Look at like all these cyberpunk things. Like there's just cyberpunk tropes out there, and it all seems to be like the same thing. And that's what I like about like because they kind of do that a lot in well, I guess not a lot. They've only got the 2 titles now, but over at Impact Theory Comics seems like they kind of play on some of that, and I like that. I think that's a cool thing, and I want to see more of it. But I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you like cyberpunk? But yeah, I'm telling you, I think Hexagon's going to be a good one. And like I said, we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to give a copy away here when that comes out. Here's another interesting one. This Dryad that's coming out on Oni Press, and we can see some of the art there for that. Dryad issue number 1, full color, single issue, 32 pages, being written by Curtis Weeb, I think. Illustrated by Justin Osterling, colors by Justin Osterling. So, I mean, it sounds, to me, it just sounds like art done by Justin Osterling. Best-selling writer Curtis Weeb of Rat Queens and newcomer artist Justin Osterling launch a new ongoing fantasy series. So it's going to be an ongoing on Lion Forge. It says best-selling writer. Oh, okay. An elf and human find solace in the sleepy forest settlement of Frostbrook, where they plant their roots. But 13 years later, their twins, Griffin and Rana, are inexplicably drawn to an ancient door and discover more than they bargained for, inadvertently turning their world upside down. Now they'll have to answer for their parents' mistakes and learn that the past has a way of finding you, no matter where you hide. I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting. Sounds pretty interesting. This is the cover B right here. You can see right there. Of Dryad. I guess we can go check out, see what the cover 1 is gonna look like. Here's the cover 1 of it, of Dryad, on Oni Press. So if you're into that, you might want to go check that out as well. Sounds interesting enough. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like I don't know. Kind of sounds like a mix between maybe Reaver and Once and Future or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of, like maybe a medieval fantasy kind of tale. Sounds interesting. Um, let's see. LB says, I am here. What's up, LB? How are you doing? Wished Upon a Vlog says, I wonder will we see Trinity wear a pink wig in his My Little Pony reviews. I'll pay to see that. Well, if you'll pay for the pink wig, I might just do that. Conquistador says, wished upon a vlog, Antonio Banderas in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Yes. Let's see. Conquistador says, Mad Cave Studios, a local South Florida publishing company. RV9 is good. There will be for sure a trade paperback. Nice. Okay, nice. So you've obviously read RV9, and I want to read that. So you're saying it's good. I'm gonna take your word for that. And when that comes out on trade paperback, I'm picking it up. Because I've seen it in here ever since issue 1. Seen it in the previews. I'm like, man, I don't know. My comic book shop hasn't been getting it, so I'm gonna have to check it out. Perry Comics says RV9 got a review dropping soon on it. Nice. All right. Well, let's bring it on, Perry. Bring it on. Dylan's Comic Book Rant says, make sure you got that reminder button on the link, Tommy. Put in the chat so when it starts you don't miss it. Yes, definitely. Make sure you go check out that review. I'll be there checking that out as well. I might just be listening in because I might go for a bike ride here. I might go for a bike ride around town here a little later on. So I'll be listening in because I can still listen and ride. Got more here from Oni Press and Lions Forge. Some different books coming out here. Let's see what else we got here. Got some like I said, they got all kinds in here. Now I'm not really going over any of the Marvel previews or anything. Marvel, DC. I mean, I think most of those kind of books, you probably have them on your pull list anyway if you're interested in them. And there's quite a bit coming out. So maybe I should do a video on those coming pretty soon. Because they are getting ready to come out with a lot of new books over on Marvel and DC, especially Marvel with some of the new books, new titles getting ready to come out, tying into the X world and everything. Let's see. I thought there was another interesting one here that I was thinking about, but I don't see it here. On Source Point Press, they got the Dead End Kids trade paperback getting ready to come out for $9.99. This is a series I've read the whole series. I got all 3 books. I need to do a review on them because I thought Dead End Kids was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good story, kind of like a Stand By Me meets 13. If you've ever seen that movie 13, this is a really good movie. You should go watch it if you haven't seen the movie 13. Let's see. Terrazon says 11 Marvel books this coming Wednesday. Jeez, man, that's a lot. That's kind of a lot. Dylan says, awesome, Trinity. Thanks, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be there, man. I'll be sitting there checking it out. And Conquistador says RV9 is sort of cyberpunkish too. All right. See, and that's a good thing. Like I said, I like cyberpunk. So you got me sold, man. All you got to do, like, you just put your comic book out and just say this is cyberpunk. I'll probably read it. I'll probably read it. Touching Evil #5 over on Source Point Press as well. I haven't heard any reviews on that, but it sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. The Source Point seems to put out some decent titles as well. And then we got Titan Comics, guys. Titan Comics definitely does some interesting books as well. We got Horizon Zero Dawn #0 on Free Comic Book Day edition. Let's see. They got Blade Runner 2019 Free Comic Book Day edition coming out. But then they also got Blade Runner issue #8, Blade Runner 2019. Guys, I've really been liking Blade Runner 2019. It's very good. It's not taking place in 2019 at this point. As of issue #5, they've jumped I believe 5 years into the future on Blade Runner. So yeah, I've been liking it, and I will be getting this one right here, the Sid Mead variant. I've been getting all of these. In case you guys don't know, Sid Mead, he did this right here is concept art from the Blade Runner movie that came out in 1982, and they use his Sid Mead's art here on these covers, and this one is the one I'll be getting. And yeah, he does. Sid Mead recently passed away not too long ago, so yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to make these books worth any money or anything, but I'm certainly getting them just to get some of his concept art on there at the same time. And we got some more coming out here on Titan Comics. And it seems like they've got some more of these kind of like franchise type of books as well. Like they got Picard, Star Trek, Snowpiercer Volume 2 coming out. We got some Alien books, 40 years, 40 artists. And we're getting here towards the end of all the publishers here. It looks like that might be about it as far as those are concerned. Then we're moving here into Valiant, and they may be about the last ones. Oh my God, what was that on Exo Man of War? The Year of Heroes for March 2020. Yeah, got Exo Man of War #1 coming out. So I'm guessing this is an all new series being written by Dennis Hopeless Hallam. And Dennis Hopeless Hallam has been writing. I think he's been writing a lot of like the Gamerverse comics for Marvel Comics. If you guys haven't been checking any of those out, like I know they got Spider-Man in the Gamerverse, that relates to Spider-Man comic book, and I think they're doing. They've got several books that they're getting ready to come out with for the Gamerverse, so you should check those out if you're into that. You got Doctor Tomorrow #2. I know issue #1 releases later this in February, I believe. Doctor Tomorrow comes out. We got some Bloodshot, Quantum Woody, some Rye, The Visitor. And I know, God, who is it? Marquise, that's usually here in the chats. I know he loves his Valiant universe, man. He does. Oof! And look what we're getting into. Okay, guys, I'm putting this on my pull list already. We got No One's Rose. It's Vault Comics, so I'm already going for it. We got here. Let's go here and check this out. Here's the cover for No One's Rose. It's being written by Emily Horn and Zach Thompson. The artist is Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. Centuries after the fall of the Anthropocene, the last vestiges of human civilization are housed in a massive domed city powered by renewable energy, known as the Green Zone. Inside lives teenager Ten Gavrilo, a brilliant bioengineer who could rebuild the planet. But there's one problem. Her resentful brother, Saren, is eager to dismantle the precarious utopia. From the minds of Zach Thompson, X-Men and Yondu, and debut writer Emily Horn with artist Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque, letter 44 in Avengers, comes a gorgeous and green solar punk world filled with strange biotechnology, harsh superstorms, and divisive ideologies that will tear Ten and Saren down to their roots as they fight for a better Earth. And I don't know about you, but if you ask me, that sounds very, very interesting. I'm down. I'm down to read it. It sounds good to me. So, and plus, it's on Vault Comics, guys. It's on Vault Comics. I'm telling you, you got to check them out. Vault Comics. Then we got Black Stars Above, issue number 5. Guys, I've liked Black Stars Above. I need to make sure I have that on my pull list. Finger Guns, issue number 2. Like I said, Finger Guns is going to be another good one, I think. Like I said, Dylan's Comic Book Rants is going to be interviewing the writer of Finger Guns here in just about a little over an hour. Got Heist number 5 coming out. Heist has been a good one. Here's another one I'm excited to read. That's Sarah and the Royal Stars, issue number 7. Guys, I love Sarah and the Royal Stars. I've liked the first one. I think so far the first 5 issues came out. And now we're waiting for issue number 6 that'll come out next month. And then issue number 7 coming in March. I'm telling you, I like Sarah and the Royal Stars. It's a very good medieval fantasy tale. We got Vagrant Queen, issue number 3, getting ready to come out also. I've got that on my pull list as well. Chances are, unless it's one of these books that's deep into their... like Heathen number 10 or Wasted Space number 15. If it's on Vault Comics, it's going to be on my comic book pull list because I haven't found a bad book out of Vault yet. And that's kind of my Vault challenge. So I'm going to see if I can pick up the trade paperbacks on some of those other ones. And then right here is another one you guys need to check out. Money Shot. The trade paperback for $17.99 is getting ready to come out. Guys, go to your local comic book shop. If you want something that's crude, has sexual humor and stuff like that, go pick up Money Shot. I can guarantee you won't regret it, as long as you don't mind some of that adult humor and just kind of, all the things that go along with that. Because I can guarantee you, each person you see in there has sex with each other, dudes included. I know, hey man, I'm telling you, it's not for everybody, but I think it's a pretty funny. I think it's a pretty funny book so far. Then we get into some Xenoscope Entertainment previews. Shang, issue number 1 of 3. Sounds interesting. On Xenoscope. Got some more different ones coming out. Some grim fairy tales. Some conspiracy alien abductions. Ooh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Red Agent, issue number 3 of 5. Again, they got the one thing about Xenoscope is they got great art in a lot of their books. Just some really great stuff there. So yeah, it looks like now we're getting into more of the manga and things like that. Ooh, where's Perp Minded at? Is Perp Minded here? I know he'd definitely be into getting into this into the manga stuff, getting ready to come out here. But that's it, guys. That's all the previews getting ready to come out for this week. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end this here and say goodbye to everybody. See who all we've got here. Again, thank you all so much for being here and hanging out. For I don't know what's it been, a little over an hour now. Thank you guys so much for being here. Dylan says Dylan's Comic Book Rant says, yeah, I'm dropping a lot of my Marvel books, just sticking with my must-haves in debating if I should drop Amazing Spider-Man. I think I gotta cut it off. I'm such a sucker when it comes to dropping titles. Me too, man. Me too. Especially Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is one of my favorite, he's my favorite comic book hero. And I would hate to drop him. So I haven't dropped Amazing Spider-Man. I'm keeping you Amazing Spider-Man. I even stuck with Tom Taylor through Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I even stuck with Christos Gage all the way through Superior Spider-Man, which was great. And it just so abruptly ended. Dang it. Conquistador says bike ride sounds fire. Yeah, man, it will be, and it looks like it's a little nicer out right now. Let's see. Captain Pennsylvania says still ain't seen Blade Runner 2049. I haven't seen it yet neither. And I want to though. I need to buy the first Blade Runner too so I can watch it because it's been a long time since I've seen that. Conquistador says that's more than one book a day. 11. Oof. Yes. Southern Comic Geek says Valiant. Yes, Valiant. I haven't read enough Valiant, but I have read Roku, and I know I read issue number 1 of Livewire as well. Southern Comic Geek says that Bloodshot and Roku covers by Tyler Kirkham are fire. Yeah, I was gonna say I got one issue of I only got one issue of Roku, and I basically bought it because the cover was fire. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Come on, man. Look at that cover right there. I'm not sure who, but come on, man. Like, you gotta admit, I mean, look at that. Man, Jane Fonda don't have a motor in the back of her Honda, but freaking Roku does. You know what I'm saying? Like, Roku guy, Roku got a Honda in the back of her Fonda, or you know what I'm talking about. Don't get smart. Don't get smart with me. But yeah, okay. Let's see. But yeah, I need to check out more Valiant stuff. Mark Lurset says someone bought $1,500 worth of My Little Pony at the BronyCon. Man, that's crazy. $1,500. That's a lot of My Little Pony. Or it might not be, because I've seen some of those My Little Pony comic books that are expensive, man. They're expensive. Rosetta Allen says, "You're amazing, Second Street. So full of the information we need as comic nerds." Thank you, Rosetta. Thank you for being here. And how have you been, Rosetta? Haven't heard from you in a while. Of course, I haven't been as active on social media and stuff lately. I don't know, just been busy. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Conquistador says, "Agreed, Rosetta." Hey, I do my best. I do my best. And he's so kind to people in all the different communities. I do my best, man. I have no reason to be assholes to anybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a dude with a camera and a computer. And a microphone. I got a microphone too. It's a fairly nice microphone. Um, Trinity likes big butts and he does not. Yeah, that's right. I do like big butts and I don't lie. But sometimes it kind of depends on the butt. It depends on the shape of the. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. That's totally irrelevant information. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. Maybe next month we'll go ahead and we'll get through the new previews. I'll get through them a little bit sooner, so you have a chance to get out to your local comic book shop and make sure that you get these on your comic book pull list. But you do still have time to get in there. You know, the close off date, the shut off date is tomorrow, so you have time to get to your LCS tomorrow and put any of these books on your comic book pull list. But that's all I have for today's video, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell, and all of that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a good day, and we'll see you all tomorrow on the Morning Movie Chat. Later.